Good morning, people. We just got an update in Fortnite. So for today's video, we're going to take a look at everything that's in it. A couple things I want to mention before we get started. It looks like from now on, we're going to get power hours every Saturday. The first one's going to be between 12 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Eastern. And the second one's going to be between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern. And it looks like it's going to include Heroic Soldier, Heroic Constructor, Heroic Outlander, and Heroic Ninja, which we've already gone over in previous videos. But yeah, just wanted to give people a heads up that we're going to get power hours every Saturday from now on. It looks like we're also getting a new assault rifle in Save the World. It is briefly mentioned in the patch notes, but they didn't really give us a whole lot of details. But it's going to be the Chaos Exploder, which is currently in BR for those who would like to try it out early. Here's what it looks like. It deals 19,000 damage before you even level it up, which is a lot. So just based off of what we see here, it looks like it's going to be a really good assault rifle. It doesn't look like it's going to come out with today's update, but it should come out with the patch 41.20 update. So we should get it soon. And according to this tweet, it says it deals the same damage as between the Grunt and the Storm King's Wrath. So this thing's probably going to be really good and Save the World, and obviously as soon as it comes out we will review it. And it comes with its own unique 6 perks. So apparently it can reload 2 rounds per second automatically when not firing, which sounds pretty interesting. And again, if you'd like to try it out, you can try it in BR, because as of right now it's not in Save the World yet. Also, here's what the new July crew skin looks like. This one's called Bunny O'Hare, and I believe this is an edit style for her. Anyways, next thing I want to do is go over the patch notes, and I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description. The first thing they went over was improvements made to Deliver the Bomb. It says we've given Deliver the Bomb a tune-up to make the whole run smoother and quicker. The mission now ends when the bomb reaches the launcher. No in-game defense phase. Blue glow requirement is lowered. More tracks granted at mission start, and the bomb moves slightly slower. So before today's update, you would have to escort the bomb to the launcher, and then you would have to defend it for 4 minutes. But after today's update, all you have to do is just escort the bomb to the launcher, and the mission should end once you escort it. We're going to go ahead, load in, and test it out real quick just to see what it looks like. So we do still have a launcher. We also still have to find a rift quickly for the objective. And here's the armory. So the amount of blue glow you need now is, let's see, we have 4 blue glow, and now it only costs 2. It used to cost 4. And when it comes to tracks, we have 50 tracks now. I believe it used to only be 20. The only thing with Deliver the Bomb, like the main issues we used to have before, is that sometimes it would bug out during the escort. Not entirely sure if they fixed that bug or not, but after today's update, we no longer have to defend the bomb. All we have to do is escort it. So let's go ahead and connect it and test out this escort and see what it looks like. And now we're going to go ahead and escort it. They did say that the bomb moves slightly slower, so here's how fast it moves now. Honestly, it doesn't seem like too much of a huge difference. But yeah, apparently it moves slower than it used to. It definitely feels like the mission's going to go by a lot faster now. The defense used to be 4 minutes long, so you should be able to complete it 4 minutes faster after today's update. And honestly, I just loaded in like 2-3 minutes ago, and I think we're almost done. I guess depending on how far the armory is from the launcher, you should be able to complete this mission a lot faster now compared to before. But yeah, we just loaded in about 3 or 4 minutes ago, and we're pretty much almost done already. So let's go ahead and see what happens when this bomb finishes getting to the launcher. It does look like there's a little bit more enemies during the escort though. So yeah, we just delivered the bomb. We were able to complete this mission in about 4 minutes. It did not take us long at all. And wow, yep, that's it, people. So you can actually speed run Deliver the Bomb now after today's update. Also, I'm not sure if they fixed all the bugs with the escort, but we didn't have any issues on our first attempt. Yeah, Deliver the Bomb is actually a really easy mission to do now. I mean, it was easy before, but now it can be completed a lot quicker. Anyways, next thing they went over was Tricera Ops Ramirez. It says, do I have to say this? Roar. Part of the historic hero set, Tricera Ops Ramirez is periodically healing based on her maxed health. Cop this legendary soldier in the event item section for 2,800 gold. We have reviewed Tricera Ops Ramirez. I'll leave a link to that review in the description if you want to go check it out. Next thing they went over were Save the World bug fixes and improvements, and it says matchmaking. Players on Nintendo Switch 2 can now rejoin an ongoing mission if the game is forced closed. So it doesn't look like they fixed your party being disconnected after every other mission. When it comes to missions, they fixed the deliver the bomb issue that could occur when the launcher was placed before the party leader joined the session. Also, player-built structures around the tracks no longer prevent enemy spawns and deliver the bomb. Next up, defenders and wildlife. Evolving the defender no longer removes their equipped weapon. Fixed an issue where defenders wouldn't load into a session correctly, or the exact same defender could spawn twice, which I noticed the other day. I was playing with one other person and we only had one defender each, so hopefully that's the issue they're referring to. Defenders no longer trigger mines from Gold Nox's Demo Derby perk as if they were enemies. Defender perks no longer disappear from the details panel when selected. Players on the Switch 2 can now return to the hero loadout screen using the B button after equipping defenders and their weapons. An uncommon tier wildlife no longer incorrectly appears with a black visual effect. When it comes to resources, completing missions during heroic hours now consistently grants gold. Hopefully that also applies to missions that are above power level 108. Fixed an issue where recycling a rarity upgraded card returned more materials than intended, which I didn't even know about. For cosmetics, taking damage while wearing certain cel-shaded outfits no longer causes a trailing shadow behind your character. And when it comes to audio, environment, and UI, the launch button now appears when walking around home base while in the mission lobby. They fixed an issue where the gold counter wouldn't appear during heroic hours. Director Rig's character no longer flickers and stretches unnaturally on the Survivors tab on PS4. Fixed an issue where pressing F3 in home base could lock camera and character controls behind a non-interactable menu. The close and back buttons are no longer inconsistently positioned across home base menus. Improved the visibility of expedition slots that were difficult to see against the background. The sorted by text box in the Survivor loadout no longer appears empty and now shows the current sort order. Gia's ability descriptions no longer flicker in the upgrade and spec menu. You can now rotate and zoom a hero's character model on the view screen, which we're going to go ahead and test real quick. Oh, yep, apparently you can rotate them now, which we used to be able to before, but we can do it again now. Buying multiple schematics from the event item section no longer shows a placeholder image, and they fixed the power level and mission launch timer overlap in the mission lobby at 3-digit values. And the last thing they said was, you might spot the Chaos Exploder rifle in the collection book. We're getting it ready to join the arsenal in a future game update. So apparently it's going to be part of the summer weapon set. As of right now, it's not available to research. And it says here, event item in the llama shop during the Blasted Badlands venture season. So we should be getting this Chaos rifle soon. Again, it should deal a lot of damage based off of these stats we see here. And the description that came with it says, a self-reloading heavy assault rifle that is a favorite weapon of the Dark Voyager's forces. It fires small explosive cubes that detonate on impact, being especially effective against structures. So that's everything that was in the patch notes. Again, I will leave a link to them in the description. We also got a new OG pass with today's update. I am going to quickly go ahead and scroll over everything that's in it. Looks like, oh, excuse me. I don't know what that was. Looks like there's a total of 6 pages in the OG pass. See, we also got a banner, as well as this Dragon Drifter glider, which looks pretty cool. So that's everything on page 1. Here's everything on page 2. We got an edit style for the pickaxe, a loading screen. Also, apparently there is a free loading screen you can get, which is this loading screen right here. And the way you get that loading screen is by talking to the Olivia NPC in game. Here's everything that's on page 3. We got a pickaxe, an emote, a contrail, a glider. We also got a banner, a wrap. Here's the back bling, and here's the Neo skin. Here's everything you get on page 4, another pickaxe, an emote, or I should say an edit style for the original pickaxe. We also got an edit style for the back bling, another emote, and here's what the emote looks like. We also got another loading screen, edit style for the glider, edit style for Neo. Here's everything on page 5. We got a pickaxe, which looks like claws. We also got an emote, loading screen, a back bling, as well as a contrail, a glider, just looks like a sword. We also got a wrap, and the Spectral Devourer. And here's everything on page 6. So we just got an edit style for the glider, an emote, a banner, a new edit style for the back bling, another emote, the pickaxe, and an edit style for Devourer. So that's everything in the OG pass. There were 3 sidekicks. This Kaio sidekick was granted to all OG pet back bling owners. Here's the crypto sidekick, which the Supergirl bundle should be released tomorrow, June 26th. And here's the other sidekick. I do want to show some of the new skins. We got Summer Slayer Joni. Here's what she looks like from the back. Looks like she also has an edit style. Here's what that looks like from the back. Here's her back bling. Here's what her pickaxe looks like. And here's what her wrap looks like. Here's another new skin called Sandwich Halsey. Here's what she looks like from the back. Here's her different edit style. And here's what that looks like from the back. Here's her back bling. And here's what her pickaxe looks like. This next skin is called Beach Beast Lucian. Here's what he looks like from the back. Here's his edit style. And here's what that looks like from the back. Here's what the new Supergirl skin looks like in game. Here's one of her edit styles. And again, this is going to come out tomorrow at reset. And here's her third edit style. There's another new skin called Gutsy Olivia Rodrigo. Here's what she looks like from the back. This next skin is called Night Lotus. Here's what he looks like from the back. And here's what his pickaxe looks like. Apparently, American Dad from Call of Duty is coming to Fortnite. Hopefully it doesn't look like the one that's in Call of Duty. That one looked cursed, but it looks like American Dad is coming to Fortnite. Apparently there was a lot of new sprites added with today's update as well. Here's another picture showing the new sprites that were added with today's update. And here's some of the new emotes that came with today's update. This first one's called Lazy Lounger. We already saw this one in the OG pass. This is another one that was in the OG pass. This one's called Super Dance and Pose. And last thing I want to mention before I go is that there was also some patch notes for Lego Fortnite. I will leave a link to these patch notes in the description, but that sums up everything that was in today's update. Let me know what you think about the changes that were made to Deliver the Bomb, and let me know what you think about that new Chaos Exploder rifle. Anyways, before I go, I did want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been using code A1, and just wanted to let you know I appreciate you. And I also want to give a shout out to our YouTube members. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.
Been a go, but it's some stuff I won't let her do. If I get to shooting this RPG, I need props like a stepper. Let's do it. They tried to get me with spike traps, they know I'm like that, smooth like a criminal. If they try to bite, I'ma bite back, man. I just swipe that, I need residuals.